All right, Shalom. This is Brother Mayom coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out His truth and sincerity. All right, so I just want to do a quick video here in transit, going into Lord's will. The video is going to be entitled something along the lines of being limitless in the kingdom. Okay, and this is inspired. This video is inspired through a movie. I've seen it before, and I've seen it in the truth, but I've been telling brothers about it recently. Brothers here in Tampa to watch it, and me myself, I chose to watch it last night, and so the video is basically off the movie Limitless, for brothers that have seen it, there's gonna be however long this video goes, somewhat of a little bit of a spoiler. I'm not gonna talk too much about the movie, but just kind of hit on the main idea of the whole movie, and kind of go into how this is what the men of the Lord are going to be endowed with in the kingdom of heaven. All right, because the Heavenly Father is getting ready to do great things with His servants. All right, those that are waiting upon the Heavenly Father. Okay, the Lord is gonna reward us greatly. Okay, and Lord's will, I be a part of that number. And Lord's will, you brothers you brothers out there that are serving Yahweh by Shema Shine in truth and sincerity, Lord's will, you're a part of that number as well. But the point of that movie, the movie Limitless, all right, for brothers that haven't seen it, again, spoiler alert, but I mean, it's been out for a while, so if you ain't seen it, then go see it. But nonetheless, the guy in the movie, I forget his name, Cooper Bradley, I think might be his name, or Bradley Cooper, one way or the other, if I'm not mistaken. That's just the name that's popping to mind right now. That might not be his name, but nonetheless, he takes he's kind of an idiot pretty much, throughout the movie, and it's a lot. I just want to take this light here. Got to slow down a little bit, take my time, in the movie, the guy's kind of pretty much of a dutz. He looks pretty rough in the beginning of the movie. He starts off, he even says, how can a guy like this, that looks like this, and I'm roughly paraphrasing what he said in the beginning of the movie. He said, how can a guy look like this and not be homeless, so to say, because the guy looked pretty rough. And he said, that's because it's because I'm a writer. But he's a writer, but he hasn't really written anything. So he's he's pretty much of a loser, so to say, in the movie, and that kind of correlates with the men of the Lord, because this is how we're looked at. We're with the men of the Lord, those that serve the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we're looked at as fools. Okay, as this guy in the movie is looked at, the Bradley Cooper or Cooper Bradley, whatever his name it might be. He's looked at as a fool. He's looked at as a loser, a deadbeat, basically a bum. And this is what is told. This is what is said to the men of the Lord. Okay, it was said about Yahweh Shai. It was said about the disciples, the apostles, and it was, here in these last days, it was said about the prophets that the Heavenly Father has set up. It's been said about them as well. Okay, it's been countless times that brothers have been out to camp, and people have talked nonsense, calling us bums, get a job, all this and that. But this is how this guy in this movie was portrayed, as a fool, as a loser, as a bum. Okay, so real quick, I want to get this quick precept just popped into mind. Although the guy in the movie didn't really do no preaching, so to say. But nonetheless, let me get this precept, because again, going back to the prophets, the men of the Lord, and the things that we do for the Heavenly Father, doing this work of ours, going out on the highways and byways, wearing our garments, doing our videos, sacrificing everything that we have to serve the Heavenly Father. We're looked at, according to the eyes of the world, we're looked at as idiots, as fools. Okay, we're looked at as, like we have no sense of guidance in life, but really we do. Okay, because what's guiding us is the Spirit of the Lord. But let me get this quick precept. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 18, it says, for the preaching of the cross, I might have misspoke. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 18, it says, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish. And who's them that perish? That's including right there the 2/3. Okay, the 2/3 of Israel here in America, all right, that are going to be put to death, okay, as well as the rest of the nations, the rest of the heathens, okay, they're going to be put to death. They're going to perish. Okay, it says, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness. Okay, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High. You see, so the world looks at us and what we do as foolishness. Okay, so that's just something that I wanted to point out, because in the movie the guy was looked at. His girl even left him in the movie. She was like, she basically left him because he was a loser. He wasn't really doing nothing for himself. But again, that correlates with the men of the Lord, because to the eyes of this world, the things that we do and our aspirations, or should I say inspirations, our inspirations are not according to what the rest of the world wants to do. So these people will see us. They'll see what we do, especially the women. If you're dealing with a woman, they'll look at you and be like, "What? This guy ain't got. What the fuck's up with this guy?" It's a lucky for my language, but that's how this is the things that these people will think. They'll look at you like, "What's up? What's up with this guy, man? You're like, what does he got going on? Like, this guy he ain't trying to excel in this world. He ain't trying to get ahead. He ain't really trying to, get a good job. He ain't trying to get an education. What's up with this guy? Like, this guy's just a loser, man. He's a fool. Look what he does. And I'm roughly paraphrasing what these people will say, because I've been there. I've heard it. Personally, I've been there. I've had women. I've had people in this world tell me that. And I'm pretty sure, 100% sure, 144% sure that brothers out there as well have had the same reaction to the things that we do as far as serving the Heavenly Father. Okay, so the world is going to look at us as fools, man. Okay, and like I said in the beginning of this movie, this guy is looked at as a fool. He's a loser. He calls himself a so-called writer, but he ain't really written no books. But then he comes across this pill, all right, this pill. And what the pill does is it gives him 100% access of his brain, okay, which is what's going to be given unto the men of the Lord. Okay, those that serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that's exactly what's going to be given unto his servants, man. 100% access of our brains, okay, like King Solomon, okay, he asked the Heavenly Father for wisdom, for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be able to lead Israel, okay, to guide them in the right path, okay. And so the Lord gave him all knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and everything that he didn't ask for. Okay, he had knowledge of the beginning, he had knowledge of the middle times, he had knowledge of the end. Okay, if you can receive it, King Solomon was Yahweh Shai. Okay, so he had that knowledge, man. All right. And this is the same knowledge that the men of the Lord are getting ready to receive in these last days, man. And not only that, but more. We're going to receive spiritual powers. Okay, because in this movie, the movie Limitless, all right, you got this guy, he takes the pill, he gets all this knowledge, he can learn a language fluently in like 30 minutes, I think the movie said, if I remember correctly. All right, he breaks things down very, very fast. He learns things very quickly. But the men of the Lord, what we're getting ready to receive is the download for everything, man. We're not going to have to take no 30 minutes to learn something. It's going to already be programmed in us. All right, it's going to be like that movie, The Matrix. Okay? It's going to be like the movie Matrix when he first, he realizes that, who he is, Neo. or not really that notices or realizes who he is, but he realizes the world and everything. So he wants to go back into the program, and the guy basically shows him, the little guy basically shows him how to do karate. So he puts a program into his mind, and in an instant, the guy gets the Neo gets the understanding of karate. And they got that scene where he's like, oh, he kind of comes out of that download, and he's like, oh, I know how to do karate. And it's going to be the same thing in these last days. We're going to get the download from Yahweh Bashim Shai, and we're going to be able to do all things, man. Our power is going to be limitless. Okay, Lord's will, that's going to be the title of this lesson. Our power is going to be limitless, because that's what it's going to be, man. There's not going to be a limit to what we can and what we can't do, man. Okay, we're going to be able, the men of the Lord, those that serve Yahweh Bashim Shai, are going to be able to do everything. Okay, let me get this precept. This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord, and who are those? Who are the ones that are waiting upon Yahweh Bashim Shai? It's the servants. It's the prophets. Okay, the elect, the election. Okay, and those that are waiting upon the Lord, let's read. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So we're going to be flying. Okay, we're gonna be able to fly, because remember King Solomon, I forget exactly where, but it's in the Apocrypha, the Wisdom of Solomon. All right, he had basically the knowledge of the elements. Okay, King Solomon had the knowledge of elements, okay, and how they worked. And this is the knowledge that we're going to receive. We're going to receive the knowledge of how elements work. And guess what one of those elements are? The air, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, all the different all the different elements that compose, that make up the air. We're going to have the understanding of those, and we're going to be able to manipulate those. And it's going to cause us to be able to fly. Okay? And it said, they shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. We're going to be running. Okay? We can walk the whole planet Earth 1,000,000 times and not be tired, man. We're going to run and not get tired. All right? There's an episode in Dragon Ball, all right, when Goku was a little kid. It was the second time that they were doing the world martial arts tournaments, and Goku was kind of running late. And at the beginning of this episode, I believe it was like episode 90 something, but Goku was just, he was trying to make it to the place, and at the beginning of the episode they show a ship, a big cargo ship out in the middle of the ocean, and the guys are kind of like hanging on the rail, and they're looking out, and they see huge waves coming, kind of being the ocean being kind of parted. And when it comes by, it was someone that was, going through the water, and it happened to be Goku. Okay, he was traveling so fast in the water that it was causing huge waves to be formed. Okay, and then he eventually, Goku ends up getting to the tournament. Okay, and he basically they asked him, why are you late? He was like, oh, Goku basically tells him, like, yo, I was coming from the other end of the earth. I was coming from the other side of the earth. And he got there in less than, I forget exactly how quick they said, but he got there in a couple minutes, man. And that's the power we're going to have. Okay? The Lord is going to give us this download. Okay? We're going to put off this corruptible body, like is spoken of in Corinthians. We're going to put off this corruptible and put on an incorruptible. Okay? In the twinkling of an eye. Okay, as the scriptures say. We're going to be changed. Okay, and when you go in this Isaiah chapter 40, when you go in Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31, when you go into the word there for renew, I'll read it again. Isaiah 40 verse 31, it says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. When you go into that word renew, okay, it goes into, I forget the exact word, but it goes into to change for the better. Okay, and that's what we're going to be. That's what's going to be done until those that wait upon the Lord. Okay, we're going to be changed for the better. We're going to be made better beings. We're going to be incorruptible. Okay, we're going to be made eternal through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're going to be able to do all things, man. We're going to be healing people if they need healing. We're going to be able to lift up and fly away. We're going to be able to run and not be weary, not get tired. Okay? We're going to be able to do a lot of things. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And there's not going to be a limit to what we can and what we can't do, like I said earlier, man. Okay? So I just wanted to speak on that real quick. Because that movie, is a really good movie for brothers that haven't seen it. I don't want to speak too much more up on it. You basically just kind of got to watch it. I mean, I spoke about the gist of the movie, the main idea, so to say. But nonetheless, this is what's getting ready to be given unto the men of the Lord, is that power, man. Okay? Those spiritual powers, that incorruptible body. We're going to be able to do things that people thought was impossible. Okay, and the scriptures talk about nothing is impossible with the Most High, man. Let's get that precept and we'll close out on that. Okay, because great things are coming to those that serve the Heavenly Father. Okay, great things. Okay, let me see if this is the precept. All right, this is Luke chapter 1. And verse 37, I'm going to get right to the point. Luke chapter 1, verse 37. It says, "For with the Most High, no thing shall be impossible." Impossible, okay? And us receiving this the download, the understanding, the 100% knowledge, the 100% capacity that our brains can hold. We're going to receive that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Those that wait upon the Lord are going to receive that. Not everybody's going to be able to have that. Okay? So this is what's getting ready to be given unto the men of the Lord. Okay? And this is what we're fighting for. We're fighting. The men of the Lord are out here setting themselves up as a living sacrifice. Okay? To receive the kingdom of heaven, to do the will of the Heavenly Father first and foremost, so that we can receive a reward. And what's a part of that reward is this incorruptible body. Okay, because right now we're doing all this in a corruptible body, but we're seeking to receive an incorruptible body as part of a reward for doing His work. Okay, as part of waiting for the Heavenly Father, because not everybody in this planet Earth is waiting for the Heavenly Father to return. Okay, a lot of people, including Israelites, okay, including you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, a lot of y'all don't want the Heavenly Father to return. There's only a select few that's waiting upon the Heavenly Father to return, and those are going to be the ones that be delivered, man. Okay? So with that, Lord's will, this video is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. B'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out His truth and His truth and sincerity. Shalom.